Hi guys. Okay. So my hair is still wet. I still gotta fix that. But I already have my base face on. I'm gonna finish getting ready. Got my brows on, my contour on. But I just wanted to hop on here and finish getting ready. I'm actually kind of nervous right now. This is gonna be so good. I'm so excited. But I'm kind of nervous because I'm like, okay, what is she gonna ask me? I've listened to some of the podcasts and she's so great at it. And I'm just like, it's hard because it was 10 years ago. And so, I don't remember everything. And say hi to me when you pop on here. So I'll kind of explain everything. If you have any questions, please ask me because maybe it'll give me a good way to warm up to what Lacey's going to be asking me. So like I said, I did hey Jen. Okay, now I'm starting to see people. Hey Christy. It always takes a while hey Sarah. Okay, so ask me anything you want to ask me. I'm just going to do a fun Q&A. I'm just getting ready. I'm excited. I'm nervous. I'm going to put my eyes on and my lip on while I'm on here. So just ask me anything and I'm here for it because I kind of got to prep myself here for this. So I've never been on a podcast, you guys. Hey Misty, hey Andrea. I've never been on a podcast. So I've kind of looked and seen, I listened to my girl Callie's podcast and it was really funny. Hey Megan. Hey Jenna. And like I said, this was 10 years ago. So there's some things I remember, some things I have forgotten. And my life has completely changed, I do network marketing now. I'm super successful. I have a huge team. Sarah wants to know, I want to know how you managed to stay normal and true to yourself with all those crazy girls. Are you wearing blushing? I absolutely am. I always wear blushing. Okay, so how did I manage to stay normal? I just am. Okay, so I grew up in a really small town of 8,000 people. And I live here now, but I actually moved out to LA after I did the show because I wanted to do that whole Hollywood. I wanted to be a host. I wanted to be the female Ryan Seacrest. So after the show, I moved out there and I kind of got into hosting parties and different things for a while, but LA lifestyle was just not for me. So how did I manage to stay normal? I'm conservative. I know that I'm loud and obnoxious and opinionated, but I'm very conservative in my views and I'm pretty traditional. And so when I was confronted with people that are from big cities and, a little bit more argumentative, it was different for me. I had never experienced conflict on that level. Of course I've experienced catty women, but not screaming at me. And usually when you're from a small town, it's more not even gonna lie, it's more talking behind each other's back and then it's confronted in a very Minnesota nice way. You don't usually get into a big ass blowout. So I was never just confronted super in your face want to fight me kind of confronted before. So it was a little bit, but I will tell you this, I am so thankful for the process. I'm so thankful for the journey because it strengthened me. It made me who I am today. And it made me realize I love being from a small town. I love Minnesota nice. I love how respectful people are. Because there was a lot of times I felt really disrespected. I felt a lot of the things that came out of people's mouths were really inappropriate. I couldn't believe some of the way that women talk to each other. And I found it some of the behavior really disgusting, to be honest. But at the end of the day, hurt people. And so I know that everybody, is human and they make mistakes and they mean well. But at the end of the day, I just think we have to be mindful of each other's feelings. What was your favorite thing about being on I Love Money? I hated being on I Love Money. I'm going to be really honest. My favorite thing about it was getting to know other people. But I Love Money was such a different experience than Real Chance of Love. I had a blast on Real Chance of Love. I Love Money was, first of all, I'm competitive, but I'm not athletic. So like I was not prepared for the athleticism that you had to, and like my mindset, I was 26 years old when I did that show, I Love Money. So like my mindset is not where it's at now, right? So now I have such a stronger mindset and can like fight things more. Then I didn't. I was such a baby. Like I was so sensitive to everything. You were the winner. How'd you manage that? Was there a point, or what was the point of the show you were on? So I was the winner. It was Real Chance of Love, and we were competing for love. That was the point of the show, just like any like Bachelor or whatever, but you know, it was on VH1, so it was a little trashier, not gonna lie. So yeah, I won love. Clearly it didn't work out. Was the show staged? It was not staged. Yes, they like put us into, okay, I take that back. Yes, it was staged. They put us into competitions. But they didn't feed us lines, like not at all. They put us into situations, and that's how we reacted to the situations. We had like little competitions to try and win dates, and you know, people have crazy personalities, and so you had to just, you know, deal with a lot of different personalities, I guess. So that was really cool though, like just seeing like all the different personalities of people and things like that. I just love this about you. Thanks, Sarah. Yeah, I'm glad you guys are warming me up to this, because like I said, I am a little bit nervous, and we head out to South Dakota right after this interview. But Lacey is so sweet, and she is just like, I don't know if you guys remember Lacey on Rock of Love, but editing can do a number on you. I mean, they can't use so if you ever hear people like, oh, editing, they made me look a certain way, well, you gave them that. They cannot use anything you don't give them. So if you don't want to look crazy, don't give them the crazy, okay? They can use anything they want, put it wherever they want, slice it up, edit it. They can make it look like whatever they want to make it look like. So, you know, if you are treating people like garbage and being all cray, they can use that and make it look however they want to make it look, you know? Thanks, Sarah. What I didn't like was you were trying to be nice to Kiki and she was so rude. You know, it's so funny because me and Kiki are friends now. Like we follow each other on social media, and she's so sweet. But when you're, you know, that was the first time of us meeting and you're competing for love. I make a ton of friends. I am a girl's girl. You guys, I am such a girl's girl. I love making friends. I have a ton of friends. So it was very hard for me to like be mean to people, because that's just not my nature. I am all about like seeing women win. And so that like, I don't know. It was just so crazy. Like, I know at the end of the day, Kiki's such a sweetheart and she means well, but she was on a competition show, and I think she was just trying to win, right? And, you know, honestly, the more crazy you are, the more camera time you get. So there's that. Girls unite. Yes. How long after Real Chance of Love did you film I Love Money? Okay, so it was about a year. So I filmed Real Chance of Love in July 2008, and then I Love Money was filmed in summer 2009. So it was about a year. And there was so many things that happened. Like they filmed I Love Money 1 and then I Love Money 2, and they were huge hits. So they wanted to film I Love Money 3 and 4 back to back. So basically when I Love Money 3, the cast was flying out, we were flying in, because the show, it had millions of viewers, right? But then this like big thing happened, and I don't want to talk about it on here, but you guys know, if you Google I Love Money 3, you'll see what happened. It was really sad. The franchise would have still been a hit today. I truly believe that. They would have continued making Of Love shows. They would have continued making I Love Money shows. But there was a big thing that happened, so they had to shut everything down. And so they didn't air I Love Money 3, and then they quietly aired I Love Money 4, the one that I was on. So they didn't even advertise it. Hey, hey, hey. Oh my gosh. I'm like getting so excited. So I'm not going to do like a really heavy eye, because I'm actually just going to do lashes, liner, and a red lip to go with my red shirt. Yes, Krista, I was. Crazy, huh? Okay, so I am actually gonna do like in between a blue red and an orange red. See how beautiful this liner is? Like, it's so creamy smooth. Hey, Bree. Hey, Amanda. So, I don't know. I'm excited. This is going to air on Monday, and so I'll let you guys know so you can go listen. So Lacey from Rock of Love season 1, she does the talk of love. And like I said, she's so sweet, and she was kind of a villain on her season. I don't know if you guys remember. So every time I've talked to her, she's been so sweet. And if you go to Talk of Love, you'll see it pull up. Subscribe to it, so it'll notify you on Monday when my podcast comes up. Right, Britt? Puka, I know, I hate VH1 used to be so fun, and not that they don't have fun shows on there, but like, come on, Love and Hip Hop and whatever else is on there now, like the Of Love shows, nothing compared to the Of Love shows, you guys. Flavor of Love, Real Chance of Love, I Love Money, Rock of Love, Daisy of Love, all those like Entertainer of Love, like, you guys, those were the best. It's not the same. We're like the OGs. You guys, when we do you remember like Charm School and okay, so talkoflove.net. So my interview is in like an hour. Flavor Flav. So if it wasn't for Flavor Flav, you guys, I would have never been on Real Chance of Love. That started it all. It started it all. It's so exciting. And I don't know if you guys have heard of, oh my gosh, the Zeus Network, but Chance is actually doing another love show on the Zeus Network. They've already filmed it. So I'm totally going to watch it, because I don't know about y'all, but Flavor Flav was really entertaining. But Chance is so entertaining. So I'm here for it. So he is filming a show on the Zeus Network, and Ray J and Jackie Long are producing it, and it looks hilarious. So I'm going to be watching that, because Chance and I follow each other on social media, and he's such a sweetheart, but he's hilarious. He is hilarious. Yes, one more chance. It's going to be so good. I was watching the previews for it, and I was laughing so hard because he has not changed a bit. Such an entertainer. Okay, so I'm going to go in with my eyeliner pen. I'm going to put some lashes on. I still got to do my hair. But here is my smudge-proof liner pen. And then, like I said, right after this interview, you guys, I'm headed to South Dakota. where masks are optional because we're going to be camping. I'm here for it. I am here for it. It's our last trip before Sawyer starts distance learning. So we're going to go enjoy our lives. Going to go to Mount Rushmore. We're going to go to Reptile Gardens, Bear Country, all the things. Rachel, so you were on a show. I know, Britt. I can't wait to see you 3 days. So Britt is running for senior director. That's the top of our company. So we're hoping that we get to celebrate while we're there because she's going to meet me there, her and her family. Rachel, I was on a show. I was on Real Chance of Love. It was back 10 years ago when all the VH1 of Love shows were really popular. And I won. So there's that. And we actually dated for a little while. I don't know if y'all know that. So we did. Going in with that like boom wing, in your face wing. So even if you're catching the replay and you have any questions, I will go back and answer them. And okay, has Cody watched your shows? I love it. He has not watched my shows. And he knew of them because everybody did, and he lived in Fargo. So when I made it on the show, this is what's so funny. When I made it on the show, I currently was living in Fargo at the time. So I said I was from Fargo, and people from Detroit Lakes were kind of upset about it. Not everybody, but there was a select few people that were upset that I didn't say I was from Detroit Lakes. But at the time, I had lived in Fargo for 6 years. I had a job. I was doing hair. I was a North Dakota resident. Like, that was where I lived. And so I said I was from Fargo. But it's about 50 minutes from Detroit Lakes, Minnesota, where I live. So were the other girls really that rude, or was that for show? I mean, yeah, they were in the beginning, but then a lot of us became really great friends, and I'm still friends with some of them. So, let's see. Callie, I became really close with. She was one of Chance's girls. I'm actually going to put my lashes on while I'm on here, so bear with me, because I don't do these all the time. So Callie, who was one of Chance's girls, I actually moved out to LA, and I moved into the same apartment building as her, and we were 2 doors down from one another. And then, surprisingly, I got along with like Kiki and Bay. I got along with Risky and Rabbit. I loved Rabbit. Callie was probably my best friend because we lived by each other. Gosh, I basically got along with everybody because I was really nice. I wasn't there trying to fight anybody. I'm a really easy person to get along with, you guys. I'm not judgmental, and you've really got to do something mean to me for me to not like you. Like, and I don't hate anybody. There is not one person on this entire planet that I hate. So, yeah. You started watching on YouTube. Oh, there's my girl. I'm going to tell Elizabeth, I'm going to tell Lacey to get a hold of you next when I talk to her today. I was just talking about how I did not like I Love Money. one of the girls that I was on I Love Money with is on here right now watching. What was your name on the show now? I can't even remember. Because all those shows we had nicknames. And I just know you as Elizabeth now. And she was on the Ray J show. I love you too. You still need to do Lime Life with me because we would totally rock it together, sister. I just know everybody... Feisty, that's what it was. Oh my gosh, I was trying to think of that the other day. You guys, Feisty's on here from The Love of Ray J. I'm going to tell Lacey to get a hold of you. So we were on I Love Money together, and it's so cute because Feisty will tell you that that show makes you go crazy. Like, I don't know, but when people are competing for money, they like go insane. And that was the reason I didn't like I Love Money, and Feisty will tell you this too, is because those competitions mess with you. And then there's alliances and people are talking behind your back. And then you think that, so somebody has to vote you out. And they'll tell you that you're staying and that you're safe. And then all of a sudden, like, they'll completely blindside you. And you're voted off. Like, Hot Wings from season 2 of Real Chance of Love. She was like, girl, you're safe. We're good. Whatever. And then that night, she voided my check. And I didn't even really care that I was going home as much as I was just upset that she lied to me. But, I mean... people do that kind of stuff, you know? It's kind of funny. I would totally be a different player now, though, than I was on I Love Money. I would be such a different player now because my mindset, like, I'm so much stronger now. I mean, I've had 3 babies. I own a business. I deal with women on a regular basis. I've got almost 4,000 on my team. I would be a totally different player now. I'll tell you what the show that I would really love to go on is Big Brother. I would love to go on Big Brother because it's like my favorite. Yes, girl. So much smarter. I would know. I wouldn't trust anybody. I would know that everybody's talking about me behind my back. I was like, I'm fine. Nobody's saying anything about me. No. They all are talking. And I would have, like, not trusted any of those boys. Here's the thing. You guys, the men, they were the worst. Because men, I swear, they don't have emotions. Like, men are not emotionally connected to anything. So, you can even ask my husband. I'm not saying all men. Like, I don't mean that as a jab at men. But women are more... they live in comparison. They're emotionally connected. They get their feelings hurt. And their emotions are easily toyed with because we trust easier. We trust easier. And so the men were the ones that were manipulating everything in the house. They were manipulating us, turning us against each other. Ugh. And so now I would totally form a girls' alliance and totally stay true to the women. Oh, Punisher was awful. He was the most manipulative in the entire house. Awful. There was a few of them. It was bad. But it's funny. Now, like, I'm talking about it, I can, like, remember things. What was her name that was on Rock of Love? She threw... Feisty said, I should have stayed with our girl power, but men were... Yes! We should have stayed true to that. But the thing was, is like a lot of the men were winning the competitions because they were athletic competitions. And, you know, the majority of the time, men, you know, unless you train for those things. Men are automatically just built more athletic than women unless you're a woman that's training for those kind of competitions. Oh my gosh, Britannia was awful. You guys, Britannia was like calling me fat behind my back to the camera the entire time. She was like, watch corn-fed and her fat ass get across those beds. She was so mean. So mean. But she was nice to my face, so there was that. And then, okay, who am I thinking of? No, was it Marcella? Was that her name? Marcella? I think that was her name. So her and I were like on a lunch outing, and because our green team was losing everything. We lost everything. The yellow team was winning everything. And we were on a lunch outing, and she completely threw, Marcia, that's what it was. She threw an entire glass of water in my face. And she was like trying to get me to like react, and I'm like, I am not going to react to this. And whew, she threw an entire glass of water in my face. It was awful. I probably cried. I cried about everything, you guys. It was awful. That was really difficult for me. I did not enjoy it. My favorite part was literally partying and meeting people. But the competitions were awful because I was not good at them. I was way better at Real Chance of Love because I won. I won that one. Way better. That was the worst boat ride ever. It was. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this eyeliner is waterproof, so that's good. Hopefully I don't cry on this podcast today. Yeah, and you guys, you know what? Like, at the end of the day, everybody has good intentions, and people are good humans. Like, everybody that I've met outside of these shows are all really nice people. It's just that you're put into, like, such a weird situation that you're trying to either win money or win love, and you're in front of cameras 24. You wake up with a camera in your face. Hey, Brittany. You wake up with a camera in your face, and you go to bed with a camera in your face. And you literally, like, you have to take a shower and, like, hang towels up over the shower. You know, like, it's just, you're not used to that. You literally have cameras following you around 24/7, and it's stressful, and there's no electronics. Like, reality TV is so different now. So we didn't have TVs, we didn't have phones, we didn't even have literature. So we're literally forced to basically drink alcohol and talk to each other and compete against each other. That's what we were doing. And so all you're doing is drinking and fighting and crying and scheming. Like, you are forced to live in a house with people, you sleep there, everything. And everything's open. Everything is open. And so it's different now. You know, I think a lot of reality shows, they even let them have their cell phones now. Like, we didn't have that. And it was crazy. It was definitely crazy. And I wouldn't change the experience, though, for the world, because it was so fun, and it really just, like, shaped me into the woman that I am today. If I wouldn't have had that experience, I don't think I would have the backbone that I have now. Like, I'm such a pleaser anyway, so I would let people walk all over me. I would let people manipulate me. I was so trustworthy, and not that I'm not still, but I have a little bit more of a guard up because of that, and because of living out in LA and seeing how people can be. But I just think, too, living in a small town and where I'm from, very blessed and very grateful that I don't deal with crazy people on a regular basis, because living in LA was very difficult for me. Yes. Right? I mean, that's probably my first time I ever experienced anxiety. Oh my gosh, it was so stressful. I'm so excited to see these podcasts. I love Lacey's podcast. I will be waiting for her 3 a.m. Monday post. Yes! I'm so excited. What time is it, you guys? I have to hop off here and finish getting ready. But thanks for hopping on with me. Elizabeth, I'm going to be in touch with you because we need to talk after I do this. I'm going to tell you how it went because I'm going to tell her to call you and interview you. But I will let you guys know how it goes, and I will put out the podcast the minute that it airs. All right. See you guys later.